SmackDown took place from the Thunderdome last night. Apologize for my late review early in the morning, but it's finally out here. You had the show start off on a good note because you had an in-memory graphic for Road Warrior Animal, but I don't believe you had a tribute video package, unless I missed it, which is extremely disappointing. There needed to be a major tribute for this man. That's what he meant to the business. He's one half of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and now both of them are gone. It's really disappointing they didn't do more for Road Warrior Animal. I don't know what the cause of death is for Animal, for Joe Laurinaitis. I don't know what the cause of death is. We don't know yet. It could be. It said natural causes, but he's 60. Natural causes is someone in like their 80s, right? Natural causes at 60, really? It sucks, but you had the show start off. You had the Intercontinental title match on, and I think some of it could be because he was part of a lawsuit against WWE, so there could be something to do with that. But you had Graves interviewing AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, and Jeff Hardy to start the show. They have both belts hanging above the ring, so it's similar to the Shawn Michaels Razor Ramon ladder match from WrestleMania 10. Graves announced that because both straps will be above the ring, there will be no champion advantage. Of course, I don't understand because there's never a champion's advantage in a ladder match anyways. All you have to do is fucking climb. How's there a champion's advantage in a goddamn ladder match? Anyway, Graves pointed out that all three claim to be the real champ. So you have a situation where Hardy, agrees with Styles, and Zayn pushes the ladder to Hardy, and he runs off. Adam Pearce orders him into the ring. You have a non-title triple threat match. You have Jeff Hardy against Sami Zayn against AJ Styles, just a triple threat match. Kind of tells you what the triple threat match probably would have been before the ladder match was added stipulation. Solid matchup. I thought it was pretty decent. I think, Sami Zayn unfortunately gets the win. He pins Hardy. After the match, AJ attacks him with the ladder, and he climbs to the top. He pulls down both belts, so that tells me Jeff's definitely taking that. That's what I picked anyway. They recap the lawsuit and go with Miz and Morrison to notice. Caleb Braxton interviews Otis and Tucker. His mom tells him never to trust lawyers. He won't let them steal his briefcase. Miz and Morrison interrupt, and the whole thing is they're going to take away his briefcase. Tucker then points out that Miz's name is on the lawsuit, therefore Otis can touch Morrison but not Miz. Otis attacks Morrison, beat him down until referees pull them apart. They recap Bayley and Sasha's feud. Bayley comes out, sets on the ramp, and talks about the chair she used to beat down Sasha Banks. She doesn't care about Sasha and doesn't have time to deal with her, so unfortunately I see it being a Hell in a Cell the match. I wanted WrestleMania, but I don't think they can hold it off. I think it's going to happen a lot sooner. I do think Bayley will beat Nikki Cross, but I think Bayley and Sasha doesn't get set up till but then I think Bayley and Sasha get set up at Hell in a Cell. Nakamura defeats Grand Metalik. Okay matchup here, not much. Nakamura with the win. I didn't care much. When I saw him win, I was like, oh shit, no, the Lucha House Party might win, but they have the Lucha House Party arguing after the match. I'm hoping all three of them get released after, but I doubt that happens. They have Jey Uso approach Roman Reigns in the locker room, and he talked to him. Then they do this thing where they say celebrating Road Warrior Animal, but it sucked. Like, it wasn't real. It wasn't a tribute to Road Warriors. Come on. I know he was in a lawsuit. He didn't have a great relationship, but his brother's John Laurinaitis. I thought they could have. Come on, it was just so sad. It's the Road Warriors. It's one half of the greatest tag team in the history of professional wrestling. Come on, you could have done more for Animal, for Joe, but it's not even a video pack. It's just tweets from different wrestlers and praising Animal and the Road Warriors. We didn't get a major tribute from like they would do for other wrestlers who passed. Anyway, they show a video package of Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, and they featured Alpha, Sika, Rikishi, and Jey Uso, or Jimmy Uso. He had the Jey Uso promo. Comes down to the ring. He talks about what happened with the Samoan Street fight last week, and he asked Roman to come to the ring, and Paul stopped them, and the Reigns were dancing, and I guess they do a set up for later tonight. To recap, Matt Riddle against King Corbin. He beat him at Payback to have a rematch if King Corbin pinned Matt Riddle, which just makes you want to vomit. But, there's something going on with Matt Riddle. It's more than just him losing to Baron Corbin, which is awful. Losing to Corbin is just the worst. But I think this is, it sucks whenever Baron Corbin gets anything. He gets any victory, any success in the WWE because he's awful. But I do think there's something up with Riddle. I think it could be with the sexual assault allegation, unfortunately. I think that's part of it. So after he loses, they have Caleb Braxton interview him in the middle of the ring. He says losing sucks, but he's not going to let it stop him, and he just knows how it's like a John Cena after losing a major pay-per-view match. Man, it's just terrible. They do the video package of a mysterious blonde woman getting dressed. It has to be Carmella. That's Carmella. Next, you have Alexa Bliss come out, and she faces Lacey Evans. Match wasn't very good. I like Alexa. Lacey's not the greatest, but what happens is early in the match you have the Fiend's laugh, and Alexa becomes in a trance. Alexa's unnoticeable, and she has her hair up in the buns, kind of. Originally it was like Harley Quinn. That's kind of like Princess Leia. It's almost what she has it, but it goes on for a while. She's going crazy. She's in a trance. Lacey Evans is beating her up. It's a thing with her. It's just she's so cute. It's hard to think of her as a psychopath because how cute she is, but. You see what happens is she's messed up, and Lacey Evans kicks her ass for a while. She beats her up with some stiff knees, and then Alexa Bliss, once the laughing comes back again, that's when she goes up, and she goes crazy. Alexa Bliss with a major superwoman comeback. Beats the hell out of Lacey Evans. It was right after Lacey missed the moonsault. The lights weren't red. Alexa snaps. She attacks her. She won't stop stomping on her. The referee calls a DQ. She takes her out to the ringside. So there's a DQ win for Lacey Evans, by the way. Alexa takes her down to ringside, hits her sister Abigail on the floor. The Fiend appears on the big screen, and she says, "Let me in." Alexa Bliss smiles. Alexa's great here. I love her smile. She always smiles great, but her hair's crazy, and it's right in front of the camera. It's right at us. It's a red light. It's really cool. It's a really great visual. And I thought the best visual of the night was Alexa Bliss leaves. She's walking up the ramp, and Roman Reigns comes out, and Alexa Bliss, they show Alexa staring at Roman like she wants to just kill him, which I thought was so cool. I was like, rarely they're going to do it to Alexa's having Roman come out. When they showed her staring back at Roman, looking crazy, I thought that was probably the coolest part. I think Alexa Bliss was amazing here. I love her. I've always been a fan, but I thought she was awesome in this. I'm really enjoying what she's doing. I do prefer to be the, cute Alexa Bliss, but I think she's good in this role. I liked it. And they of course, the thing is, because Roman Reigns beat the Fiend, so maybe that's why she hates Roman Reigns. Maybe she interferes. I don't think so. But when Reigns come out, it was a quick segment. Uso comes out, and Roman talks about how... It was a weird segment. It was like Roman talking about how he has to win, he has to provide for the family. Uso can't provide for his family, and Uso's a twin, and Roman leaves the ring, and then Uso rips into him. He gives a passionate promo that his family can depend on him. Reigns and Heyman leave, and then Uso was walking to the back. All of a sudden, Roman hits a Superman punch and leaves him laying on stage. And he says Uso will never take a spot at the head of the table, and that's how the show ended. So, I don't know. I haven't brainstorming this for a while. It could go either way, separate ways. I was thinking one way this can go with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso is Roman Reigns defeats Jey Uso, and then the family gets angry because Roman's going to kill Jey Uso. Then eventually it's Jimmy. Roman beats Jimmy, and maybe Rikishi comes, and then I don't know who else in that family. There's more I'm not thinking of, but he runs through everyone until there's no one left except The Rock, and The Rock comes back for WrestleMania. It could go that direction, but I don't think they will. I think it's more likely Reigns continues his heel turn and faces someone else at WrestleMania besides The Rock. But he will go to be champion at WrestleMania. I thought Reigns did well here. I like him as a heel, and I thought this was a well done segment. And I would say though, 5 years ago when Roman Reigns turning heel would have been a lot bigger deal than it is now. Him turning heel now is just okay. It's during a pandemic where not too many people are really focused on wrestling, so I want to point that out because I think if he had turned heel, it would have been a much cooler or a much bigger deal in the wrestling industry and the wrestling business. But ended SmackDown. That was the show. It was the go-home show to Clash of Champions Gold Rush, which takes place this Sunday, and hopefully we get a good show on Sunday.